Yeah, I want to talk about this because he may be an amazing guitarist according to Alice Cooper, um, but I can't stand Johnny Depp. And I'll tell you, this is, see, I remember what happened in '93 with River Phoenix. See, Johnny Depp ran the Viper Club, where he was, it was well known for him bringing trafficking drugs into it and getting young people hooked to drugs like River Phoenix. This is why he went to the club that night, and he wasn't the first person to suffer from a seizure due to overdose, but he was the first to die. And because of somebody else, and he was a musician, had suffered a drug-induced seizure. Depp gave orders that if it happened again, toss them outside, because if they die on the sidewalk, can't tie it to the club. But because it was River Phoenix, this is what ultimately, plus he ran illegal gambling inside the club. There's a lot going on. He was absolutely quite the scumbag. So Amber Heard, she treated Johnny Depp bad. I don't give a shit. The woman could not control her mental illnesses, and he's a scumbag as far as, and I can't stand him. So I've got a couple articles on this whole thing with Johnny Depp. In 1993, Johnny Depp opened the Viper Room. For 30 years, it was blight by scandal. Yeah, River Phoenix's death. Johnny Depp was at the height of his popularity in the early 90s. He had multiple hit films to his name, a role on a cult TV show, and a string of famous relationships. But one story you may not have heard as much about is Depp's stint as a business owner. From August 1993, Depp co-owned the Viper Room, a nightclub and live music venue located on the Sunset Strip in West Hollywood, California. This is why the trial, I don't give a shit about that. Close this thing, I don't want to look at that. The Pokey venue, which was originally converted from a grocery shop to a music venue in 1947, had a capacity of just 250 people, but that didn't falter the club's popularity. I really loved the idea of clubs from the 20s, 30s, and 40s, Depp told the LA Times, explaining his reasoning behind opening the club. Plus, when you're when you're doing drugs yourself and getting other people addicted to drugs, a club where celebrities won't feel like they're on display. Yeah. Despite being one of the most sought after clubs of its time among Hollywood's young elite, the Viper Room was blight by scandal. In fact, just months after the club opened, actor River Phoenix died at the West Hollywood venue. He was just 23. He died because he met Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp got him addicted to drugs. And when he was suffering a seizure-induced overdose, the bouncers tossed him outside where he died on the sidewalk. All because, and like I said, a musician had suffered a drug-induced seizure, survived, I think it was, but he didn't want this happening again. So, on October 30th, 1993, I thought I said 31st, River Phoenix attended the Viper Room with his girlfriend and fellow actor Samantha Mathis, his actor brother Joaquin Phoenix, and his sister Rain. I thought that River was beyond a rising star at the time of his death, starring in over 25 movies and TV series, and that evening he was set to perform with the band P, a short-lived alternative rock band featuring Depp among others. It was during the band's performance that night when River Phoenix began to suspect that he was overdosing. Yeah, because he knew that he could get drugs from Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was well known for that. I knew something was wrong that night, something I didn't understand. Samantha later told I didn't see anyone doing drugs, but he was high in a way that made me feel uncomfortable. I was in way over my head. After a commotion later erupted in the club, a bouncer pushed River out of the venue. When Samantha followed him outside, she saw the actor drop to the ground and start convulsing on the pavement. River's older brother, Joaquin, instantly called the emergency services. The call would later be leaked to the press, where the whole world heard Joaquin scream, he's having seizures. Get over here, please, please, because he's dying, please." By the time the paramedics arrived, River had flatlined. According to the autopsy report, the cause of death was a cocaine and heroin overdose. Literally what killed John Belushi. It's what they call a super ball. It's where you take heroin and cocaine and mix them up and put them in an IV and you inject it right in your veins. It's fucking, yeah. In response to the death, part owner Depp told Playboy that he shouldn't be blamed. Yes, you should. You allowed drugs to go on in this fucking place. I can't stand. See, this is what I talk about, man, children, people that take no responsibility. He wants to blame Amber Heard for what she did. He is responsible for River Phoenix's death. When River passed away, it happened to be at my club. He did drugs in your goddamn club. Now that's very tragic. See, here's the thing. It started coming out that this place was known for drug activity because he was fucking bringing drugs in there. He was running illegal gambling. This was all started coming after his death. People were like, this is why ultimately he lost the club. But they made it a fiasco of lies to sell fucking man. No, motherfucker, you were peddling drugs in your own fucking club. And he was one of your clients. They said he was doing drugs in my... Yes, he was. That I allowed people to do drugs. Yes, you did. It was well known. Other people fucking came forward and said, yeah, he... Later I came to learn to terms that the fact that it had nothing to do with... Yes, it did. He was here... You don't need a fucking long time to overdose, you fucking idiot. It had nothing to... Yes, it did. You're a fucking liar, motherfucker. You may... See, this is why I can't stand the fact that he sued Amber Heard. Because, you know, he takes no fucking... 2 years later, the venue faced another... Yeah. He fucking lied here. He takes... This is what I'm talking about. Another drug-related scandal. He never owns up to... This is what man children do. He knew he was peddling drugs in that fucking place. He lies here and acts like he had nothing to do with it. You don't have to be in a club long enough to fucking overdose on drugs. It doesn't take long to inject an IV full of heroin and cocaine in your fucking system to kill you. Really accept it. Yeah, and then here it is. 2 years later, yep. At Kate Moss's 21st birthday party in 1995, which was hosted by Depp, Neighbor star Jason Donovan suffered a cocaine-induced seizure. Yeah. Writing about the experience in his book, Between the Lines, Donovan said, "My heart was racing, my vision was blurring, and I was becoming disoriented. I tried to steady myself, but my legs buckled under me, and I fell to the floor." He added that finding drugs at the Viper Room was as easy as ringing for room service. See, you know, the Viper Room had always had a wild reputation. I had made an utter fool of myself. I tried to party with the big boys. And tried to be so very rock and roll, but all I had done was make a complete fucking idiot of myself. Yeah, he admits. See, this is why Depp was absolutely responsible. Then in 1999, a business-related problem occurred. Depp was part owner in the Viper Room, with his business partner, Anthony Fox, having the other share. and Depp found himself embroiled in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit filed by Fox, who alleged Depp conspired with 4 other individuals to commit fraud. In 2001, a court case was on the horizon, with Fox fully prepared to testify against Depp, but in the days leading up to his testimony, he went missing along with his pickup truck and a rifle. Fox's truck was found a fortnight later abandoned in California, but Fox himself was never found. His disappearance remains a mystery. Well, Depp probably had him killed. The bar was also allegedly the home to a secret underground celebrity poker ring, which was true, which allegedly hosted high-stakes games for the likes of Leonardo DiCaprio, Ben Affleck, and Tobey Maguire. As a result of the legal proceedings, Depp was later forced to relinquish his share of the Viper Room in 2004. Now, 30 years on from its opening, the Viper Room is set to be demolished and replaced with a 12-story glass-high rise. But at last, its scandals won't be buried. They're already out in the open. Yeah. And then I have this. Yeah. This all thing. Yeah. You can read up on this stuff. I mean, the history, the location, I mean, the venue. It's like, yeah, we got that, and then we got here's more about it. The 10 wild, violent, and tragic stories from the Viper Room, the legendary bar owned by Johnny Depp. Yeah. The Viper Room, god damn it. What the fuck is this? No, I don't want to fucking sign up. God, fuck you. Why are you doing this? Fuck. Okay, I can't show you that because some fucking retarded shit got on there. But yeah, essentially, I'll bring up the whole thing again. I think I can probably find it. Trying to find, I can't find it. Is this I already looked at, I think? Yeah, this one I've already looked at. I was trying to find the other one, but I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find the other one. Here's this. Depp provided the speedball that killed River Phoenix. Here's the fucking proof. Johnny Depp provided the speedball that killed River Phoenix. It was Depp's club, Viper Room. He ran the show. It was the 90s version of Alex Baldwin shooting Helena. Depp offed him because he was in direct competition to Phoenix, both young, good-looking, and on their way up in Hollywood. Yeah. Oh, I believe he did. I believe he actually did it. Here's something. Somebody wants to... Depp makes weird... He claims he had to carry around the burden of being blamed for giving him the fatal dose before his death at the Viper Room. Even though I was too young at the time to remember it personally, in all the rumors and research I've read about it, I've never heard that one. I've heard that he was aware of drug dealing at the business. That he may have even given someone else the drugs they added to Phoenix's infamous Blue Cup drink that Mathis, who claimed, yeah. But here's the thing. Depp is responsible because he ran the club. He let the drugs in there. Yeah. So when I say he killed Riverfinks, yeah, he ran the fucking place. He allowed the drugs in the club. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. Go fuck off for, the person who hit me on Twitter saying, oh, how do you know he did? He ran the Viper, room. The Viper Club, Viper Room, it was his club. I will talk to you, this Gilgamesh, I'll talk to you later, bye.